Hi everybody, it's Danielle with Inspire Me to DIY, and I am sporting my new Easter chapeau. What do you think? Is this hilarious or what? I'm going to a party tonight and it is an Easter bonnet competition. Doubt if I'll win because I bought all of this, I didn't make it. And a lot of ladies there will have the big done-up ones that they made themselves. But I still love it. Isn't it great? But I will remove it for this project. Hey, the best part is this little thing comes off and then it's got a little clip on the back, and then this is what you wear for Kentucky Derby. It's called a fascinator. It's fascinating. All right, I'll stick that back on. I am going with a super easy project today, and you can see I am at my kitchen table. And of course, now the sun comes out, so I hope it's not a glare on what we're doing. But I had to use my kitchen table because my dining room table is all set for Easter, which is tomorrow. So I didn't want to undo all my Easter table settings and then redo it all. So we are here at the kitchen table. I'm just really hoping that you can see the project. I'm going super easy because it's been a week and I'm tired, so I figured we would just do something nice and easy. I have 4 or 5 of these crates I got at Walmart, and this is what I store my apple barrel paints in. I have a crate for my blues and greens. I have a crate for my pinks and oranges, one for my yellows, blacks, browns, tans, other things. So I have crates for different ones, but we're just gonna decoupage them with some napkins. And let me show you some of the napkins I have. When I go shopping, and Home Goods is like the best place for these, I always find the sweetest napkins. Try not to get that glare on there. Look at those. That's all lavender. These are, upside down. These are little flowers just from Dollar Tree. And then I went more expensive with the Michael, it's called Michael's or Michelle, maybe it's Michelle, M-I-C-H-E-L, but their stuff is absolutely gorgeous. So I have some of those. I love my sunflowers. I have fall ones, Christmas ones, all different kinds. I even have this cute little Easter bunny. If I put it down there, can you see it? And my favorite little bees. I bought some 99-cent little birdhouses, and I did some of my decoupage on that. That's the little bunny. Isn't this cute? And these are also part of my table decor for Easter. And then this is just little roses that I decoupaged on there. Super easy, super cute. So let's just do it today. The birdhouses I painted white first, so when you put the napkin on there, it had a white background. With this, I am leaving it natural. And let me show you what it does. I did the ends. Doesn't it look like it's just painted on the wood? I love these. And when it's still a little wet, so when it dries completely, like this one still has a little white you can see from the napkin, but when it dries completely, looks like it's just painted on the wood. Love that. All of your napkins, I'm pretty sure all of the napkins are 3-ply. I've not seen any 2-ply because those would be too flimsy to do whatever you want, wash your hand, dry your hands or whatever. So you have to take the back 2 plies off, and they're just white. You just want the top layer, which is very difficult to do. So I did it ahead of time, and then I cut them into little squares. This is what it looks like before you take it apart. See, it's got 4 little squares, and then this big white background that has 2 more ply behind it. And I took it all apart, cut the little squares apart, and you basically can read through one of these. Well, you saw the wood grain. So it's very, very thin, and you have to be careful when you apply it because you can tear it so easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to since I've already got my ends done, and I don't think I'm doing the bottom. I don't think there's a reason to. So to do my sides, I'm just gonna lay it on there to see how I want, see how like this little birdie is gonna get cut off. So maybe I'll do that on that one. And then one next to it, I'll cut the little birdie at the top off a little bit, just so it doesn't look like it's a pattern all printed out. And then right through here, I have, let's see, maybe I bring that one all the way down, this one all the way up, and then this one, maybe I'll cut just along the edge and get as much bird on there as I can. So let's get started. If you noticed my blog post, or not blog post, sorry, Facebook post, I have been painting a sign, an outdoor sign, and the sun is brutal here. So I don't know if you can see, I got a crazy sunburn on this arm and this side of my face because the sun was over here. Yeah, sleeping was not fun, but I did it to myself because I know better. And I can hear my sister right now going, "Where's your sunscreen?" Because she always asks me where my sunscreen is, and I never remember it. I know how unhealthy that is, and I really need to start remembering, but I'm going to measure this out so I get just enough glue because I want to do one at a time. So I know sunscreen is super important, and if you saw her skin is beautiful. Mine is not. You've seen my skin. Mine breaks out terrible, and although, and I don't want to say this too loud, but although getting a sunburn has really cleared my skin up. Isn't that weird? Probably burnt the whole top layer of my face off. Oh well. So I'm going to do the edges all around here. So because I'm going to cut it in between the slats and wrap it. And I want it to adhere all around those. And I see when they put this one together, they got this one really, the space is really narrow. I guess so it looks more rustic. I don't know. So I went to Walmart yesterday because I waited till the very last minute to get Easter candy. I know better, but you know, painting the sign and doing all the things, I was really busy. So I go in there thinking, well, everything is going to be so picked over. I'm not going to get any candy. And no, I don't buy candy for my children, but I buy candy for my friends who are coming for Easter. Everybody gets an Easter basket, right? I go in there, they have so much Easter candy that it's crazy. And I talked to one of the, I guess they call them associates over there. Put the glasses on. And they said even their back room was just stuffed with candy. They thought that they would have a lot more people buying than were buying. But maybe they were like me and all waited till the last minute. Okay. Try to get that as smooth as I can on the top, and then I'm going to cut in between here just so I can wrap it. And you might have to reapply Mod Podge because it's taken me a minute to do this and it might already be drying. Let's see if I can get this all the way to the end. Okay. And I should have maybe had a little bit extra to do the top, but I didn't. So I was kind of happy that they still had all that extra candy. So I got just about everything I needed. Well, wanted. Nobody needs Easter candy, right? And I'm sure my scale, bathroom scale, is going to reflect how many pieces of Easter candy I've had. I've been very diligent on my weight loss program, and right now I'm down around 20 2 pounds. And I got 28 pounds to go, but not bad. I'm almost halfway there, so I'm pretty happy about that. But, you know, Easter might throw me a curveball. It's okay. Because life isn't about always dieting, right? Life is about Easter candy and Christmas cookies and Girl Scout cookies and, you know, you get it. Okay, I'm being as careful as I can with this because I don't want to tear my paper. Ugh, that's not real easy to get in that one because they really have that space tight. And once it dries, if you have some rough edges or maybe you had too much paper and it needs to be trimmed, then that's the time to do it. Do not do it while it's still wet because the odds of you tearing the paper are really great. And wow, can't talk. There is no such thing as too much Mod Podge. You can put on as much as you want and it won't hurt anything. It'll still dry clear. All right, let's see. Let's see how it looks. Hold on. I want it just right when I show you. Now I have a little extra here on the end, so I am gonna trim that off. Maybe. I just told you not to, but it's so big at the end, I might be able to cut it and wrap it. We'll see. Yay! And don't throw away your little scraps because you might need to patch an area if you have ripped it. And you can patch with other paper and it's really difficult to see that you've patched it. It usually does pretty good. All right, putting a whole bunch on here just to get this to lay down. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. I love how it kind of cut my birds, but you can see that they were painted on there. Well, it looks like they were painted on there. You can see that they are still actually birds. So I think, I can see it on this side. I think on my next one, I'm going to alternate them just a little bit like I said I would, but I think that will really look cool. Oops, I got 2 of them. They're so thin when you take the backs off that you got to be really careful you don't get more than you need. You only get 1. Okay, so my end, use a little bit that's here. End is right there. So I'm going to use that as a marker so I know how much Mod Podge to put on. Now you can make your own Mod Podge. It's just equal parts of glue and water for the basic Mod Podge, and I think that makes it more matte. This is a gloss, so it's got an additive to it. They also have a waterproof formula on this that is dishwasher safe. So if it's dishwasher safe, you know it's really waterproof. Let's see if I can get in the center here. And I'm going to try not to do this edge because I didn't on the first one, and I don't want it on some and not others. I mean, you can do however you want yourself, but that's how I'm going to have mine look. I made, you've seen the purses that I made out of the placemats. I made one that matches my Easter hat. So I'm wearing that tonight, and white gloves, and I'm going all out doing the whole Easter outfit thing. I think it'll look really cute. Like I said, I don't expect to win because it is a bought-in hat. But I'm not there for the win. I'm there for the fun. So I think it'll be so great. I love doing fun things like that. And it's neat to have a group of friends that like that sort of stuff too. Because then I can... See, I might have to use my piece in there where it meets up. Because I don't think I got it all the way close to each other. We'll see. But it's fun to have friends that like to have fun. Because it gives you something to look forward to, especially at the end of a hard week. It gives you something to look forward to, and it's just fun. And who doesn't like to have fun? Fun shouldn't be reserved for just certain times where you're like, oh, I'm going to have fun next week sometime. I like to have fun, so it's great to have a group that likes to do that too. I am loving coffee. Coffee is my friend today. And you can see I'm using the Mod Podge right out of the container because this is an easy project and it's not going to be, the lid's not going to be off for a long time. It's okay to do that. It's when the lid of your container is off for hours and then it starts drying out. Not good. You don't want that. Mod Podge is not cheap. And so you don't want it to dry out and have to throw it away. Bending it down. Come on. I think like I say, I've got 4 or 5 of these crates, and I think I'm going to do each one in a different type of napkin, different pattern. I think that will be really pretty. Won't these be pretty on a shelf? I just think it'll be out of the usual. I have a friend that uses these crates for stuff in her pantry. Like she'll have, you know, those bags of I think it's Skinny Pop, the 100-calorie popcorn. We get those a lot. So I think it would be really cool to store them in a little crate like this. Yeah, see, I shouldn't have done this. Come on. There. I didn't want it going around the top because the first one didn't. Let's see if I can just make that bend around a little bit. With it being 1 ply, it's almost like tissue paper. Well, it is like tissue paper. That's why it's so easy to tear. See if I can wrap that around. It's hard to get in there. Stop it. Do a little twist on it there. So I think I have watched all of the Easter programs that I possibly can. We have that PureFlix PureFlix paid station, and it's all Christian movies. And so we even watched the Veggie Tales last night, Easter show. If you don't know Veggie Tales, Google it or YouTube it because it's hilarious. And we kind of needed a fun show. You know, some of those Easter shows are very difficult to sit and watch, especially like the crucifixion. And I have a really hard time watching things like that. I can't watch scary movies. I can't watch anything with a lot of, you know, giving another human pain. I can't. It really bothers me. So some of them I'll watch. Some of them I won't. Like The Passion, no, can't do it. Okay, look at there so far. Oh my, oh, see how pretty that is? Oh, I love that. So now let's get creative with this end piece. And I think I took 5 napkins and took them apart, so that would give me 20 of these squares, which is way more than enough. Okay, so I am going to just want to cut out around, how do I want to do it? Maybe I'll just do it down here and put a piece up there. That way it really looks like it's stacked. Not stacked. Really looks like it's painted on and not a pattern. I'm trying to stay away from it being a pattern. So if I do that like right here and then take this side piece and put it like right there. I don't know, can you see that okay? It's really hard. It was really hard getting the camera angled just right. We do love fun. Yes, Kimmy made her hat for tonight, so she'll probably win because she put a lot of work into that, and I would vote for her. I don't know, do we get to vote for our own groups, or how does that work? Do they have judges? Okay, let's get, I'm gonna do this little short piece first. Okay, get that on there with the edge. Ooh, see, not many things make me quiet. That made me quiet because it's difficult. So do you have a special food that you only eat at Easter? I don't think we do. I think we use a lot of the same recipes that we do for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I don't think Easter has its own special thing except for ham. We don't have ham any other time. I'm not a fan of ham at all, but we don't have it any other time except for Easter. And everybody brings food, and my husband cooks the ham, and I set the table. So we have, and I set the table and make the Easter baskets. Can't forget the Easter baskets because they're fun. So everybody has a part that we do. I really do miss having my family around at the holidays. My kids all live in states up north. Okay. Put that just so. And you can overlap your napkins, and I probably would have been a lot easier route to go. But I did not with this project overlap my napkins, except for this last bit here. I did do a little overlap. Come on. All right, let's very gently smooth it back down. Get back down there. It helps if you talk to it. I don't know if it does or not. It helps me. How can I say that? Okay. And I'll wrap these. I don't know if I did on the other side or not. No, I didn't. So let's see if we can cut them. See, that one just tore, but it tore right where I needed it to. I wonder if I can, let go, do that with the rest of them. Wet them a little bit. And see if the, oh, I learned something new. Look, it tore right where I needed it to. New thing. I learned something new today. I can go back to bed. I don't have to even do the rest of this day. I've already learned my new thing. All right. 26 minutes is all that took. Oh, I love that. Isn't that pretty? That is gorgeous. I'm not going to do the other side because I'm just going to, this is going to be on a shelf and it'll be, the other side won't be there. Maybe I'll do a different napkin on the other side. Oh, we do have judges. Scary. I don't want to be a judge for something like that anyways. You can make a lot of enemies not picking the people that think they should win. And it's funny, it's just an Easter bonnet contest, but some people get a little stiff about it, about any contest. So what I was saying is I might do a different napkin here, so maybe this can go on the shelf for spring, and then I can have it for Christmas, or however you want to do it. But I think I'm going to leave it blank for now and then do it later. I got a big old glob of glue. And then when it fully dries, look where all of your loose spots are and add a little more. And that's all there is to it. Look at the, you can see the wood grain right through it. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I do love it. I love it, Kimmy. We should get together and make a couple of these. I think it'd be fun. So if you like this project and you want to see more of my projects, hit the little follow at the top. I think it's still at the top. It might be at the bottom now. I don't know. But if you are already following me, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a blessed Easter and that you enjoy life as much as possible. So leave me a comment. Let me know if you like this. And if you plan on making one and you do make one, let me see the pictures. I would love to see how yours turned out. Cardinals on the other side would be great for Christmas. Ooh. Okay, so now I'm on the lookout for cardinal napkins. I love that. I love this one here with the bicycle. That's also, that's cool for spring and summer. I love that. So I will see you all again next week. Happy Easter. Don't eat too much. And if you do, don't get on that bathroom scale because it's not fun. Have a good one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.